G'day everyone, I'm back and I've got a bit of direction now. So in the last video I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do in terms of content creation. Just wanted to throw a video out there and see what happened, and I had a shitload of fun editing it, to be honest. And I watched so many videos on what the successful YouTube channels are doing. Not that I really want to get massive or anything, but it'd be nice to have more than 10 views per video, you know, otherwise you're sort of just wasting your time with the editing and talking to yourself, which is kind of weird. Anyway, in terms of direction, I've just been smashing out quests, as I said in the last video. So end goal is to hit quest cape and then do all the achievement diaries and then max after that. But in the meantime, I will do quests during the day. I can't really, because I use YouTube videos as quest guides at the same time, I can't really record that content. Not that it's really riveting stuff anyway, but for now I'll just do a little bit of fishing while I talk, and then after I've gotten the quest down, I'll mainly be slaying during the content, I think. And then other than that, what actually made me want to make YouTube videos back in the day was watching a friend with his 10 hours of, you know, whatever he's doing at the time, 10 hours of Slay Monster, 10 hours of Goblins, you know. So I think I'll go down that route because I really enjoy those videos. And what else have I got to do with my life, really? And grind 10 hours of Goblins. So I think that's the route I'm going to go down. But also in between videos will be progress videos and just maybe sort of like a vlog type thing, talking about what's going on in my life. So on that note, what is going on in my life? Most of my life I've been a labourer, despite actually hating that kind of work and always being, you know, an IT kind of guy. I mean, aren't we all? We've all played games, or RuneScape at least, for years on end. So the concept of being a labourer is kind of odd for a computer nerd, but that's sort of the only work I could ever find for the longest time. But now I'm an employment consultant, which is admin heavy, thank God. There's a lot of marketing though, where I've got to try and sell people that want jobs to employers, and you know, after being behind a computer for 15 years, that can be a bit of a challenge in terms of, you know, the confidence to sell someone. But as the longer I'm in the job, the easier it gets. I think I've been doing it for about 4 to 5 months now, and I'm starting to hit numbers. I'm starting to get people jobs, and it's feeling pretty good. It's rewarding, that's for sure. Especially when, you know, someone breaks down crying because you've gotten them a job. That feels good. But on the flip side of that, new management. The new manager seemed amazing to begin with, but after he's won everyone over, it seems like he's starting to tighten the screws. And I mean, I feel like I'm working really hard because I like to perform. I hate to lose. So when he's tightening the screws on me, I don't even know what to think at that point, but it is what it is. So I'll keep doing it, and hopefully it starts to feel better again, because it felt great for the first 4 months. But outside of that, I'm also doing a Bachelor of IT at 28. I started it at 27, I think. Just because I wanted something behind me. If this doesn't work out, then I need something else there to fall back on. So right now it seems like the niche that I'm really into is probably interface design or what's it called when you've got documents like telling you how to do things, guides type thing, but for programs, sort of like a user manual. I like doing those. Tried programming. Jesus Christ, that was horrendous, and I don't know how the hell I passed, but I got there. And other than that, I have a squat rack coming. Ordered that the other day. Pretty bloody keen for that to come through. But until it does, fat life and RuneScape, pretty much. But I suppose I'll finish the video off on an embarrassing story from my childhood. I'll just share it with you. So when I was, I think, grade 1, I used to get bullied by these grade 6s flat out. And this is an Australian primary school. I'm not sure if you've got the same grade set up where you live, but these grade 6s, it was 3 of them. One really fat kid and 2 little rodents. And we used to keep our push bikes in this bike shed, and it'd be locked all day until home time where it'd be open. And they would always beat me to the bike shed and just give me a hard time as I was trying to leave with my bike. Just blocking the way, generally being pests. Anyway, the trend in school at the time was to wear button-up pants, so sort of like stripper pants, but they stopped at the knee. And I used to have these Adidas ones that my mum had bought me, and they were button up all the way, so they could pop right off like stripper pants. And this one day, I got into the bike shed early. I thought, you beauty, I'm going to get out of here first. They're not going to give me a hard time. One of the bullies used to go through the same park that I did on the way home, and I got to the park first, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to get some payback here. And I hid my bike and climbed a tree that I knew he would most likely come past. And I climbed the tree, and I'm ripping sticks off, and I've got a little pile up there waiting for him to come past. And mind you, I'm a little grade 1. This guy was a fairly fat grade 6, so he wasn't getting up this tree. And as he comes past, I start throwing the sticks at him and calling him a faggot and whatever else I could think of at the time. And he stops his bike and says, "Come down here and say that to my face." And I have no idea to this day why I thought that would be a good idea, but I did. And he punched me square in the nose, and of course, grade 1, bawled my eyes out. But the real kicker was, I turned to run, and I stood on my button-up pants and popped them all off as I turned, and I was in these little white jocks, crying as my bully leaned over the top of me. It was so fucking embarrassing. I sprinted home crying, and I went and got my bike later. And I forgot, I guess I hid it from my mum, or I suppressed the memory, because I brought it up, I guess when I was 26 at Christmas in front of my mum, and she was crying in laughter at how pathetic I was. So, good times, and I thought you guys might enjoy that story. So, that's about all. I'm just fishing. No real goal here. It was just to give a bit of background content while I talk some shit, and planned what I'm going to do next. So, after the quests, I think I'll start doing those, 10 hour or maybe 1 hour here, 1 hour there, or X amount of kills of a certain thing, and we'll just see where we go from there. And then just general progress updates in between. So, thanks for watching. I don't want to be one of those guys that says subscribe. I might just, aside from this video, put it in the description or something like that. I don't know. You don't need to subscribe. It'd just be nice to have a regular viewer. Anyway, catch you later.